Great, welcome everyone. My name's Cathy. We'll begin here in a moment. So just having your space set up. If you're at home, you can mute your devices at home. You can mute your speaker.
Oh, I should mute my phone.
And then you might want some water handy. Have a yoga block or cushion, or if you don't have something like that, beach ball will do, small ball. Let's take a moment to come into our comfortable seat. Block between the knees at any distance, a little cushion. Adjust your sitting bones, adjust your posture for comfort. Hands can rest on the legs, palms facing down for grounding. And take a moment just to center with your breath, noticing breath. And noticing how your body feels. So we're taking this opportunity to breathe, to notice, checking in. You might breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth or the nose. Following the path of your breath. Feel your feet grounding to the earth, your sitting bones to the chair, and the hands grounding to the legs. Your body fully supported. While we take this opportunity to create conscious awareness of the breath. Drawing the belly in gently on the out-breath. But then allow the belly to rise on the in-breath. You can even have your hand on the belly if that helps. You might bring one or both hands to the heart, connecting with your heart. Setting your intention for today's practice, that heartfelt intention. Whatever your heart's desire, whatever you're cultivating in your practice. Know that you are worthy of abundance, worthy of your heart's desire. As you're ready, you might release the hands back to the legs, or maybe they're on the belly to facilitate that full belly breath. Softening all the muscles of your face, relax the eyes. Just breathing. Just noticing. As you're ready, we can blink the eyes open. And we might shift and pick up the block or ball, cushion, whatever you're using. And then from here, still sitting tall, let's reach our arms forward. Draw the belly in as you bring the block towards your chest. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, drawing it in. So just moving with awareness, moving with our breath. That's it, everyone. Looking good. One more like this, and then we'll add a little change. This time, we're going to reach the arms forward and open the heart, maybe a little bit of extension. Gently draw the belly in, maybe a little bit of rounding if that's available. Other hand reaches open. Exhale, gently round like a mini cat stretch. And then inhale, open. extension. Exhale, draw it in. And we'll add a change here again, this time reaching up. Take the block in the right hand, circle it around. Good, exploring this movement. Reach it up, circle it around. That's it. Body tall. You might follow your block. That's it. One more time each way. Big in breath. Exhale, let it go. One more time. And then that block can go back between the knees. We can return hands to the legs if you like. And then turn your head posture to look right. Back center. Turn looking left. And center. Taking your time, moving gently. Good, one more time each way. Good, and then sliding back in our chair a little bit. We can have our hands on the legs or gently hang on to the chair. Stretch the legs away and then bend the knees. Press it away, body tall, shoulders in line with the hips as much as you can. Good. Warming up the quadriceps or the front of the thighs. Looking good. And last one, hold the legs out, point your toes and flex your feet. Point and flex. Notice sensation in the legs, your breath. And then maybe we circle the feet in one direction. And then in the other direction. And give your legs a little shake. Good, bring them back to the earth. Grab your block, scoot forward on your chair again, feet nice and wide. And here we go, wood choppers. Reach it up, pull it down. Reach it up on a diagonal and pull it in. That's it. Working our core muscles. Two more. Good, one more. And release your feet, body tall. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pulling down on a diagonal. Looking good. One more time. Good, and release. Good, let's keep that block. We're going to turn to face your left. So I'll move with the group here, although it might look like right on camera. So either direction, because we're gonna do both. And body tall. Good, let's reach up skyward. We're gonna add a gentle twist, turning towards your chair back. Float the arms down to the chair back. Softening ribs, drawing the belly in gently. Again, just breathing, just noticing. As you're ready, reach back up to the sky, turn back center, float the arms down to the legs. Pause here for a moment. Good. As you're ready, from here, let's release that block. Place it on the floor in front of your chair. Scoot forward. We're coming into that hip flexor stretch and then our warrior series. We're opening this front hip, the back toes curled under. This front leg is in good alignment for comfort for the knee joint, knee over the ankle approximately. Reach your front arm up out of that hip flexor. Option to stay very tall, or you might add a gentle side bend towards your chair back. Opening the hip. Again, just breathing. Pressing through the feet. Feel some action in the leg muscles, the glutes. Just breathing. As you're ready, reach back up to the sky, square off your shoulders, align the spine. Warrior one. And taking this warrior one to flying warrior, release your back hand to the thigh. Front hand reaches forward, front leg slides back, extending the hip. Take a moment to let the hips shift, to settle, to stay lifted. For further challenge, you might lift both arms, keeping the arm bones connected in the shoulder joint. Find a sense of ease somewhere in this posture. As you're ready, bend the back knee, reaching tall, spiral on that back foot, coming into warrior two. Good. Broaden the collarbones, stretch out fingertip to fingertip. That's it. And then we're going to add the back arm, reach it forward, pull back and open. Follow your hand. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, pull and open. One more time. And then holding here, rotating our palms turning up, palms turning down. Noticing sensation, noticing your breath. That's it, everyone. Let's leave our palms up and then reverse your warrior. Back hand comes to that thigh for support without pressing on the knee. Be mindful of that. Opening the ribs, relaxing that back shoulder. As you're ready, windmill back to those parallel arms, that warrior two position. And then coming into extended side angle, we'll bend that front arm, lightly rest. Circle the back arm up and around. Now let's circle that arm again a few times if that feels okay for you. Good, one more time. And then holding here, we might broaden the collarbones. Now if your arm's not comfortable up here, it could come to the shoulder or the hip, or even tuck it in your back pocket. So lots of options for this top arm. Breathe fully, press through the feet for support, and lift through that waistline as well. Feel the work, but find some ease. It's all about balance. Let's reach it up skyward, back to those parallel arms, and float the arms down to the legs. Bend the back knee, help it forward, the front. We'll turn to face center. Pause for a moment. Just checking in, noticing, breathing. And as you're ready, we can blink the eyes open if they're closed. And let's pick up that block. We're going to turn to face your right, or the opposite direction. So block between the knees, if that's comfortable, helping to align the pelvis and engage the inner thighs. Sitting tall, shoulders over hips. And if twisting's available to you, we'll reach the arms up with an in-breath. Exhale, gently turn towards your chair back and then float the hands down to your chair back. Pulling the belly in gently. Continue to follow your breath, breath by breath. You might even lift the pelvic floor on the out breath as you draw the belly in. As you're ready, reach up to the sky, turn back to square off shoulders and hips. Float the hands down to the top of the legs. Pause for a moment. And then removing our block, we can bring that block to the floor once again, preparing for that hip flexor stretch. So scoot forward to free up your front hip and buttock. Adjust the block for comfort. And then backhand on the chair or the thigh. Front arm reaching up. Now we might stay very tall and linear, or we might add a gentle side bend towards your chair back, deepening that hip flexor stretch. And press through the feet. Continue to breathe fully. As you're ready, reach back up to the sky, squaring off your shoulders, your hips. Coming into Warrior One. And find that balance between effort and ease. We might come into Flying Warrior. Backhand can come to the thigh for support. Front hand reaches forward as you start to lean forward, sliding the back leg, opening the hip. Take a moment to settle. Option to keep that back hand on the thigh, or you might lift both arms up. So you decide what feels best for you. Coming out of Flying Warrior, we can bend the back knee, straightening the torso, then pivot on that back toe as we make adjustments with this leg for comfort. It might be here, it might be more forward, whatever feels good for this hip joint, knee joint, ankle. And then broaden the collarbones, a smile on your face, and let's continue. Let's reach the arm forward and pull it back. And again, you can breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, or if that's not available, in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's it. One more time like this. And keeping the arms long, then rotating our palms turning up, palms turning down, spiraling the arm bones, elongating the spine. That's it. And then leaving our palms up, flipping your warrior. Again, we're emphasizing the ribs expanding here, breathing into the side ribs. Relax this back elbow and shoulder. As you're ready, windmill back to parallel arms. Taking a moment and then coming into extended side angle, bending that front elbow and arm. Circle the back arm up and around. If that still feels good, do it again. We'll do 3 circles. One more time. And then the arm might stay by the ear. It could reach up to the sky, or it could be anywhere back behind you or even in your back pocket. So choose what works for you for this version. A further challenge, which I didn't show on the other side, is to reach both arms up and imagine you're hanging on to a giant beach ball, but be very mindful there's lots of work going on in that core area. So this is a little more advanced, a little more challenging. And then picking up that beach ball, toss it away, bring it back to parallel arms and release. Good. Let's bring that back leg forward, the front. We'll turn to face center and simply check in. Notice how your body feels so far. Notice sensation in the body. Taking this opportunity to create that conscious awareness again of the breath. Good. As you're ready, we can blink the eyes open. And then from here, we're going to come up to stand. So we'll come up to stand and come up to stand in behind your chair. Again, feet are hip bone width apart. We'll just do a little standing work here. So we're going to rise up on our toes and then release the heels. And rise up on the toes and release your heels. So some calf raises. Just lightly hanging on to the chair for balance. But be mindful of working through your core as well. And feeling the strength in your legs, your feet, those calf muscles. Good. Then pause, sink into your feet, a little bend in the knees. We're going to do our opposite arm and leg lift. So opposite arm and leg extend, bring it back to the chair and floor. Do it again and release. That's it. So our bird dog. That's it. Taking your time, alternating sides. Looking good. So we're building strength out of the hip, strength through our spine. That's it. Great work, everyone. Last couple repetitions here. Good. And then coming into a back stretch, we can walk back, sinking back, bending the knees as much as you can, or as much as you need to, I should say, and arms by the ears. You might even have your head up just slightly above the heart, especially if you have low blood pressure. So breathing into this shape, noticing sensation, noticing your breath. Good. As you're ready, start to walk towards your chair. Sink back into the feet. When you're ready, come into tall mountain. Palms might turn forward, shining the heart forward. Good. Just hold there for a moment. I'm just going to make a little adjustment here for the online. Just want to make sure everyone is muted. Welcome, welcome. A few new faces. That's great. Good. All right. From Tall Mountain, let's come to the right side of your chair. So again, we can have our hand on the chair, our hand on the hip. And we're going to come into tree pose. So we're going to shift our balance to the inside foot. Lift the outside heel, turn the knee out. Toes might stay on the floor, the heel just above the ankle. So that's option one if you want more challenge or just a different variation. Hug the side lower leg, or you could even be up higher, above, like so. So any of those options. I don't usually show that one, do I? But it might be available, you never know. Now hands can be hovering near the chair, they can be on the hips as you find balance. So find your expression of tree, whatever it looks like to you. Maybe it's a very breezy day and that's okay. Oh no, a hurricane I hear. I hope not. That's not till April or something, is it? Or after that? May, June, I don't know. Whew, looking good. And then slowly come out of that breezy tree, or maybe it was a nice sturdy, steady tree, who knows? No judgment. Good, let's stay on this side, hand on the hip, hand on the chair. Let's bring that outside knee up, circle it around, and then bring it back to the floor. So explore some movement. How does that feel? You can make these as big or as little as you like. Remember, you can pause or rest at any time. That's it. Just using breath, moving gently with the breath. 2 more. 1 more time. Good. Both feet grounding. Reach that outside arm up. And crescent moon. Breathing into the outside body, especially. Creating space. Relaxing the inside elbow and shoulder. As you're ready, reach back up to the sky, float the arm down to the side, and maybe bring it back to your hip. All right, 1 more on this side. Shift your balance again, inside leg. Outside leg presses away and comes back to the floor. Press it away. And then put a little weight on that foot as you go between each repetition. That's it. Body tall, maybe gazing at the horizon will help your alignment and head and neck posture. Last one. Good. All right. Let's shake it out. We'll go over to the other side of our chair. Starting with our feet hip bone width apart, hand can be on the hip to start. We're going to shift our balance to the inside foot and coming into tree. So again, turning the knee out, the hip out. We can keep our feet on the floor. We can hug the inside lower leg. Maybe I'll try this version here. Hands can reach out, or they can be on the hips or the heart. Pick that focal point to gaze at to help your balance. Continue to follow your breath. And as you're ready, bringing your hands back slowly, the foot to the earth. Feet are about hip bone width apart. When you're ready, reach it up, outside arm. Crescent moon, side bend. Just breathing. That's it. Just noticing. As you're ready, reach back up, float the arm back to the side. Good. And bringing the hand back to your hip. 1 more on this side. Shift your balance again to the inside leg. So lateral leg lift. We're going to press it away and bring it back to the floor. Press it away and release. That's it. Looking good. Two more. Good. One more. And release. Good. From here, come in behind your chair once again. And we can have a fingertip touch to the chair. Take your feet at least chair width. Turn your toes out if that feels comfortable. And then from here, option to keep hands on chair as we lower and lift, or bring hands to heart, and as we raise up and come back. Reach it up and release. Good. Opening chest, shoulders, adding some arms, squeezing the glutes. So a little dynamic version of our goddess squats. Let's go two more. On this last one, hold down and hold here. Arms can stay up, they can have fingertip touch on the chair, they could even be on your thighs, so any of those options. Keep breathing, building endurance, you've got this, keeping the spine long, the curve in the low back. Good. And then reach it down, bring your hands to the chair. Just do a little toe tap side to side, some blood flow, circulation. Good. And then coming to that right side, we're going to pick up that outside foot. If you had a band or a strap, you could use that. Now, if this is not available to you, turn to face away from your chair. Bring your shoelaces, your imaginary shoelaces, to the chair. So this may or may not work as well. And if that still doesn't work, just, again, you can kind of come into this position, maybe a little bend in the knee. You could even grab your pant leg, that might work. Good. Take another breath or two with any of those variations. And then when you're ready, release slowly. Good. And then let's go to the other side so we can use the chair for balance. Again, grabbing that outside foot, or maybe you grab your pant leg, which frees up a little more space at the knee joint, or shoelaces as you turn away from the chair. Shoelaces on top of the chair seat. Breathing into this posture. And you decide how much you're hanging on to the chair for balance. Just breathing, balancing. Good. And then releasing that foot. Good. Take a moment. We'll go just behind our chair once again. Good. Nice and tall. And we're going to do another set of bird dogs. This is a really good exercise. We're going to do our opposite arm and leg lift. Something you can do, maybe at the kitchen counter. You've stopped to take a little break. Maybe you're filling up your water glass. Looking good. So take your time, feeling that strength out of the hip, strength through the torso, the spine. Excellent. Just breathing. Just noticing. Moving with your breath. That's it. Good. Last one each way. Good work, everyone. Good. And then from here, let's come back to our chair. And we're going to have a seat on our chair once again. A little bit more work for our hip. Sometimes I do these in the beginning of the class, but sometimes they're nice at the end. We're going to pick up that right thigh, circle out of the hip. And then circle the other direction. nice and tall. And then hugging that knee in, we might hook our arms underneath, or you might grab the shin. Or third option, again, using a block, which again allows a little more space at the knee joint. So whatever feels good for your body. Breathing into the ribs and belly, into this hip. Finding a comfortable option for you. And then we might pick up that lower leg, cradle your lower leg, either grabbing the foot or the ankle, either or. And then coming into that seated pigeon. Can be above or below the knee, or even using your yoga block. Let the knee fall open. Lots of options always. Good. Body tall. Hinging forward to deepen the stretch, a long spine. Good, let's release that foot back down. And then as you're ready, we're going to go to the other side. So picking up the opposite leg, circles out of the hip if that's available. Breathing, noticing, and then circling the other way. Good. Hug that knee in, either grabbing the shin or hook your arms, or use your yoga block. Deep breaths into the belly and ribs, into this hip. That's it. And then we might pick up that lower leg, cradle the lower leg, rocking back and forth. And then coming into that seated pigeon, any variation of this, breathing into the hips. Just breathing. Good. Let's bring that foot back to the earth. Nice and tall. Good. And then from here, sweep your hands back, bring them back to the chair seat if you can. And we're going to lean back, open the heart, chest, shoulders, opening the front body. Just breathing. Slowly release, bringing your hands forward, your arms forward. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands back to the sides of the chair, but back a little bit. We're going to lean back a couple inches. We're going to lift one leg, pulling in the belly. Lift the other leg. Good. So lifting alternate legs, working hip flexors, pulling the belly in as well, so the deeper core. Good. So you can continue with these alternating leg lifts. For further challenge, you might lift both up and then tap them down. Lift both up. You can lean back just a few inches as you lift. A little more work for the core. Draw it in every time you exhale and lift. Draw it in. 2 more. Looks good. Last one. And release. Good. Take your feet wide, stirring out of the hips. Good, stirring the other direction. Just breathing. And returning center. Good. From here, we're going to come into our final relaxation. So whatever that looks like for you, you can lie on the floor with your legs up the chair. You can sit in your chair, feet on the floor, or feet on a yoga block or cushion. Take a moment to set that up. I'm just going to adjust the music here a little bit. So let's take this opportunity to breathe a little more fully, to relax and let go, to take a moment just to breathe, just to notice sensation in the body. Following your breath, breath by breath. Taking your time to awaken, blinking the eyes open. Making your way perhaps to a comfortable seat. But please feel free to stay and linger a little longer if you would like or need to. There's no rush. And as you're ready to close your practice, we can draw the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra, connecting with your heart, center of love and compassion, of kindness. Thank you for sharing your practice. We'll close with a bow and the word namaste. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.